And good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is DHR2, bringing you my review of episode 4 of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. I would have to say this was really good. I love the character development for Revy. He's definitely one of my favorite Blue Rangers in the Hasbro era. Um, I'm gonna tell you my few things I like and dislike and what I think could have been better, but I basically digress. So we're gonna start things off with the good. Um, is Revy. Revy is basically still thinking about, you know, the real Roxy of how him or her were basically together before Great Battle Forces. We've seen them take a selfie together on Valentine's Day, and that's how they originally met. Um, Once they joined Great Battle Forces, he basically stuck by the rule of saying that Rangers can't date Rangers. So it really goes to show you that Revy was so busy being to himself rather than wanting to stay in a relationship with Roxy. You know, for some reason, it's kind of hard to stick to. We're trying to say the names Revy and Roxy without getting their names mixed up, and I kind of find it hard to even do that at the same time. So, what can I say? I mean, this episode was really good, but getting back to the good, I love the more fight scenes, and I'm loving that we're getting more civilian fights in the Hasbro era, which is something that the newest Bond era basically lacked, especially Ninja Steel. And I'm gonna get to that by the end of the video. So, yeah, I definitely like the civilian fights. We've seen no Zoe's fight scene looks really good. Like her actress looks like she was actually having fun doing her own stunts, and so does Rory Travis, aka Devin. You could tell he was having fun with this stuff too. With Revy, it's kind of basic. I know his actor is not really a martial artist or a dancer. He's basically a model, but that's okay though. I mean, he has some training for behind the scenes before he actually start filming. So, which is really cool. So, Revy ends up, being saved by Roxy, only to be manipulated by her doings. So, and I also like the fact that we have this Ninja Storm moments with Dustin and Abra. So, Revy ends up doing the exact same thing, by going to the Great Battle Forces. Okay, I get away from these commercials, distracting me. So he basically had to go to the Great Battle Forces and steal one of the emulator things that could create the avatars to join the dark side. So Revy ends up going back to Roxy, well, Avatar Roxy, and he basically gets tricked by the monster, to try to create an evil avatar of himself. But thankfully, the Rangers came by his side, and Roxy then disappears, and the Rangers fight the shovel monster unmorphed, which didn't want to do anything but until Devin ends up getting the upper hand by kicking him and stuff. So they did their instant morph, which I love. I love the fight scenes as well. Morph fighting the Tronics and the monster itself. So Scravel ends up creating a monster of, the Giga Drones, and Devin ends up using his Razor Zord, and he goes into his battle mode. And I love this fight scene with the monster, which is really nice. The C-Shot looked cool for 2012 season. Yeah. Then we get to the ending when Revy is basically, he knows that he misses Roxy, but his friends came to his realization that they're gonna end up getting the real Roxy back when basically he season 1 of Beast Morphers end. Um, Let's get into some negatives. I do not like when the Rangers are talking about fighting. Once again, they're doing the same stuff from the Neo Saban era, but there's nothing we can do. I mean, other than just get used to it. I mean, I basically have no choice but to deal with it now, because Hasbro. I think some employees from the Hasbro era does not want to, have the Rangers fight the monsters without chit chat. So they basically had to bring in the Neo Saban era stuff into the Hasbro era. But at this point, I just don't even care. I just got to deal with it. So that's a few nitpicks I have. Oh, and crap, Jesus, we gotta talk about this. All right, getting back to what I was saying. The talking. Well, I already done the talking, but the music. What I really don't like is the Neo Saban music they brought into the Megazord fight between Devin and Gigadrone. But I completely forget about that. I just want to focus on the fighting and the battle, which is really nice. So he ends up using the Cheetah Beast Blaster as a Megazord finisher. I mean, I highly doubt that he's going to end up using that outside the Megazord, but oh well. But I do love the fight scenes between the Rangers and the monster, though, and which is really nice. Ben and Betty, I forgot they were in this episode. At least they wouldn't use, like Victor and Monty, how they were using Ninja Steel. Forget about those two. They're trash. Ben and Betty, I think they were planning on decorating some on Valentine's Day, but they again ended up being interrupted by a bee. So right in the end of the episode, they got stuck on that beehive thing, which caused them to get stuck by honey, and then the bee ends up being stuck on them, and then the bee ends up on the Rangers, and they just laughed at Ben and Betty. So what could have been done with this episode without the Neo Saban era stuff? Have the Rangers talking about fighting again, which is something I had issues with from the Neo Saban era, and I don't know why the writers. You know what? I don't think it was the writers' fault. I think it was basically Nickelodeon's fault, because if it was at another channel, Discovery Family, they wouldn't be doing this mess. But my overall thoughts on this episode, it was really good. 4 episodes saying the Beast Morphers. I'm already loving the season. I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the greatest things ever. Let me calm down. So we're 4 episodes in, and it was really great. The unmorphed fight was great. The Rangers fighting the monsters morphed were great, and I love the Megazord battle, which was really awesome. I think nowadays when you look at Super Sentai, you notice that the robot fight scenes were really slow, rather than fast like the old days. So, yeah. My rating for this episode, I'm giving this episode a 4 out of 5. Again, the reason why I'm giving this episode a 4 out of 5 is due to the Neo Saban element stuff from that crap era. Oh, let me tell you guys something. Right now, I'm dealing with this idiot Power Rangers fan who claims that Ninja Steel is the best seasons. No, it's not. Number one, the Ninja Steel Rangers are not that great of a team, and he also claimed that their ninja lifestyle is a plus. What lifestyle? What Ninja Steel? Okay, first of all, Ninja Steel did not scream ninjas at all. They're just basic generic Rangers without having any ninja flavor into it whatsoever. They barely do any ninja stuff at all. And it just doesn't make any sense. Then he goes on to talk about sounds like to me that the Rangers are better than you're thinking. Oh God. If this doesn't scream delusional, I don't know what to tell you, and I don't know what to tell you yet. Because I'm studying arguing with the dude on Power Rangers Facebook group, and he is still saying, go by his word that Ninja Steel is the greatest of all time. Newsflash, idiot, it's not. Ninja Steel Rangers are the worst thing to ever happen to Neo Saban. It was not original. The plot did not make any sense. The ninja arc sucked. It did not feel like ninjas at all. The comedy sucked. The Rangers sucked. Even, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but the 25th anniversary special was better than the Legendary Battle. And you guys are delusional fans who say that finale was better. No, it's not. Okay, so that was like my little rant from the delusional Neo Saban fan. And I swear, man, I hate dealing with those delusional PR fans who don't know nothing about the franchise. And for them to say that Ninja Steel it has this ninja lifestyle, and you claim that it's better than my thinking, well, let me explain something to you, buddy. Ninja Steel is the worst thing in Power Rangers history. Why? Because, like I said, no arc, no stakes, no plot, no civilian fight scenes, and the comedy sucked. The dialogue is terrible, and overused, over rehashing Mighty Morphin over and over again, and it got really annoying. It did not feel like original at all, and at least Beast Morphers is basically doing its legacy ranging right. It's doing its legacy season right, especially from the first episode. They did its justice when the mayor mentioned 3 villains, 1 from the original Saban, 2 from the Neo Saban, and he has a good explanation point. They all want the Morphin Grid to use it for evil. So for him to use the Morph X as a goo, it doesn't work. That is a perfect explanation, of how to do a legacy season right. The Neo Saban era did nothing about that at all. So, like I said, 4 out of 5 for me for this episode. It was good, but it had its problems. So, yeah. Hopefully y'all enjoy my review of Beast Morphers episode 4. And if you did, subscribe, comment, follow me on Instagram. Let me know what did you think of episode 4 in the comments below. DHR2. See you later.